Fighter should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, U.S. So here comes Saul Alvarez.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha.
You can tell both of these fighters. Here we go for round 1. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. They better start respecting each other's punching power. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Throws the jab but does not score. Nice counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook doesn't score. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
How about that time counter shot? Looking to land the hook. And he misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he isn't. Here we go. It's round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Say no mas. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Oh, what a counter punches have to hurt. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. They exchange punches. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. Nice stop, but that won't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always... Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the
There's the bell to start round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice job by him to block that jab. Perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Catch and shoot. Misses with the jab. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter lands. No rest for the weary. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
That jab gets blocked. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter shot. Can't find a home in that jab. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And that will do it. What a victory. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.